We are still using Soul and Parallax continued, and we have palm trees on the Space Center, on the launch pads, on the runway, but we just live with that. That's fine. So, let's go and check out mission controller. Because we want to know. Space stations. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're not launching the second gen yet. We are launching, I guess. The same thing as last time, but this time for 30 days. Eduardo Santiago Medina Ramos, welcome. What a nickname. How was your day so far? All good? So these appear to be optional. And this one is actually required. Okay, because this will be a requirement for collect prototype crude station science. Yeah, for the other ones, for this second gen ones. So let's see what we need to do here. Give me a second. Say hello to Linux. Hi. All right, back. Electro, welcome. How was your day so far? Okay, let's see. There are a bunch of optional objectives. But apparently there is one that is not optional. And that is 6 months of multi-week habitation experiment. How do we keep Kerbals in space for 6 months? That sounds like a challenge. There's no other requirements. And we apparently have already accepted this contract here. Optional. Collect science. We did that. Collect 6 months. So, in order to keep Kerbals in space for 6 months, we did right now 2 weeks. We need a lot more. So anyway, the first thing that I wanted to do is you should build a replica of the Falcon Heavy to transport the parts of the space station. Yeah, I will do something like that. Someone in Ethernet. Welcome. And yeah. Junior 90099. Welcome. This is KSP-1, by the way, with mods. RP-1 and Soul, basically. Yes, I will build such a transport vehicle once we build a real station, like comparable to what a modular station, let's say. The first gen space station contracts, they are basically just, let me see where they are. Crew cabin, service modules, just these things. That's basically it. They provide resources and space for Kerbals. So for the first gen things, we will just stick with. That's what I wanted to explain to you. We have the Mark 1, Linux Mark 1. This launch vehicle. What? Right, boring. And I want to build a new one that is more capable of bringing more payload to low Earth orbit, and that we can then reuse for all the missions. You should try to recover the boosters. Oh yes, that is a whole different level, right? Yep, we can do that one day. Absolutely. I did it before, but not in RP-1. So, essentially what I want to do this evening is build our new launch vehicle. How much weight does our upper stage have right now? 20-something tons, right? 23 tons. So that's our goal. Bringing approximately 20 to 30 tons to low Earth orbit. Fluffles, hey, welcome. What's your latest status? Did you manage to install all the mods and everything? By the way, I now got Soul working with RP-1 here. The latest beta release, let's say. And it's awesome. You will check it out later. But for now, let's just build our new launch vehicle. The Linux, let's say Linux launch vehicle Mark 1. So, let's go and build that thing. We start with a nice, I have already something in mind. Let's clean this stuff up a bit so that we see everything. Okay. We go for a diameter of a bit less. Let's go with 6 here. Yep, I got everything, and so that's very nice. I agree. Yeah, and the 1.0 release is incoming, by the way. I think Ballistic Fox is only waiting for Parallax to be updated properly. And then 1.0 will release in the beginning of January, I guess, on CCAN. We'll just be able to select it and then make some choices, which textures you want to install and whatnot. And then it will be fully managed by CCAN. I'm really looking forward to that. But for now, let's build our launch vehicle. We want a procedural isogrid tank, yes. So something like that, I guess. And then now the thing that is different compared to what I did earlier is adding these, configuring them a bit unique, a bit comparable to what was it called, the Vostok launch vehicle? Oh, don't remember. I'm excited for the 1.0 as well. I told Ballistic Fox that I want to make a trailer for it, and he's on board with that. Yeah, I also told him that I want to do a installation guide like I did with the latest True Volumetric Clouds version 5, and he's up for that as well, yes. Maybe we can kind of combine it, or let's see. So now, I now chose the modular tank for a reason. Let's make it a bit bigger, yes. Or I don't know why always only one scales properly until you replace them. So, I don't know why. So, the nose. Yes, for the nose. Select nose. I want something special. Yeah, that comes close. That is close. Nose 10. This looks nice. This looks really strange. Why? Is it like that? Go. Flat. Short, long. Oh no, those are not correct. Ah, Soyuz. Soyuz it was maybe. This looks nice. What is the difference between the Gemini 6 and Gemini 7 rockets? Wait, Gemini 6 and 7. So the 6A and the 7 launched. Basically they are... One launched the... What was it called? The target vehicle? Blah blah blah. Aegis? Aegea? I think Aegea, the target vehicle, that is like non-crewed. And then the 7 launched actually a Gemini with 2 Kerbals inside, and then they docked. And yeah, I mean, the video is already queued for subscribers, they can already watch it. But look at the latest shorts on the YouTube channel. They show the highlights, a sneak peek of exactly that mission. Let's see if we can. Why is it that is absolutely not how I want it to look? I guess. Do I? I don't think so. I really liked these ones. Maybe these ones. And then the bottom. What is the bottom? Oh, look at that. But not what I want. A shroud. That's interesting. Those are really, really specific. Oh. I want to put a very specific engine on there. Just looking through all of our options first. Okay. The engine that I want to put on those is the... Let's order by mass. F1 engine. So it will look something like this. Which is already pretty nice. I think we can leave it like that. So we go... Do you have the same issue as me, where I can't move parts too far with the move tool? Because they stop or bug out. I actually... I don't know. I'm not using the move tool so extensively, to be honest. For example, when I'm moving a second stage closer to the first stage with the move tool, it won't go too far, and there's a gap between the stages. Aha. Not sure if the move tool is supposed to be used for that. But you can try pressing, I don't know which one it was, Control, Shift or Option, and then it can be moved farther, I guess. Did you try that already? Okay, there's... yeah, that's all good, all good. The textures and everything we can do later. Let's make it a bit more lengthy. That. And we put it like this. And then let's see what numbers we get out of this. Let's put in some fuel for the F1. Put in some fuel for the F1. How much burn time do they have? 2 minutes 45. Oh, we can do some more. We have a thrust weight ratio of 13. A lot. Hello there, Valentine. How was your day so far? I haven't tried that. So control, let's shift. No, just one of them. Just while you're using the move tool, hold control and move it. Or hold shift and move it. Or hold alt or option and move it. Like, not all at once. I'm not sure what's gonna happen then. So that looks pretty okay so far. Let's try and build a next stage on top of that. What diameter do we have? 6 meters right now. And the F1 engine has 1 ignition. Okay. Let's do a 5 meter. Wait. How many is this? 6 meters. Let's do a 4 meter stage on top. With, of course, a tank. I hate it when it does that. Come on. Thanks. Just let me put that on top there. Come on. Let me do it. It won't let me. What the f... Thanks. 4 meter it was. Yes. Okay. Reroute. Select a set of 2 or more parts to reroute. Can I now properly? No. What did I just do? I hate this. Reroute this. Why is this now all one part? Oh, come on. What is happening here? Oh my god, what did I do? Whenever I do not build a rocket from top to bottom, I fail miserably. I just want to place stuff on top there, but it just won't work. Where does this avionics come from? Oh my god. What's happening now? Hello? Now I cannot select it altogether anymore. Oh, please. I hate does that. Can't even move the camera anymore. I can't zoom. I can do nothing. What is happening? I can't move the camera. I cannot click any of the parts. What is that? Reset? Nothing to reset. Of course. Okay, now I can at least move the camera again. How does that work? Select a set of 2 or more parts to reroute. I want to route this thing to this thing. Ah, I'm back. It's working again. Not sure what I did, but it's working again. Okay. And I can now even at least do what I want to do. And that is work with this thing properly. 4 meters I wanted. And I have the tank. And now can I put another of these awesome engines there? That would be something. I mean, it's not... It's okay. Ish. Let's see. Maybe let's make this 5 meters. Just looks a bit better. But more appropriate, let's say. Something like this. And then we need, of course, a interstage fairing adapter, yes. Let's configure that. So the base is 6 meters, right? And the top is 5 meters. And the height, 2 meters is fine. Yes. And now we need some extra height here to make it look good. Let's do something like that. Now we can connect this up here. Okay. And then we need some dummy, let's say, upper stage payload. How do we do that? How do we do that? Not with payload, apparently. I mean, we could just put a nose cone on top. And then of course make it big enough. 5 meters, right? And in here, isn't there a thing called sounding something? Can only hold 1 ton, can it? Doesn't sound much. Wet is 1 ton. No. That is not enough. Not enough for our purposes. Wet 1 ton. No. That is not what I wanted to do. Where was that? I'm pretty sure there was something like that. No, it wasn't that one. What was this part? Or was that in Juno New Origins? Where I had this part where I can just add that mass. Pretty sure we had something like that. Can only hold 1 ton. Because if we would now go and put, I don't know, these habitation thingies in there, how much do they weigh? 6 tons. What's the difference between the 1600 variant and the 400 variant? They both weigh 6 tons. All the storage of multiple and various resources to hold multi-purpose design. PPDSM service. What is the difference? They look the same. What is the 1600 and the 1? What's the meaning? Upgrade. Total cost. Costs less. I don't see what the difference is. They both weigh 6 tons. So if we would put this and this and this, we would have 6, 12, 18, 24 tons up there. That would be 30. And we could put all of that in a payload. Where are you? Here. Payload adapter ring. The base size is 6 meters? No, 5 meters. Strange. Let's see. So we add this in the center here. And we add this. And then we get this. Okay, that's okay. Okay-ish okay. The decoupler is enabled. Yes, okay. Perfect. So we would have this. Now we can check our values here. First, we ignite the 4 engines. Okay. Then, at some point, we switch over to this little fella here. And then, where does this one come from? Ah, that's the fairing. Which one is it? One is the top one, that's the bottom one. You need to go here, and you need to go here. Okay. So, how much delta V does it give us? Oh, okay, that is a vacuum. Ah, perfect, perfect. Okay, this gives us a lot. Way too much, to be honest. We still have a lot of thrust down there. 2.24 is quite a lot. So what happens if we just do 3 here? What happens? $1.91. That looks good to me. We still have a little bit of buffer in this stage with the engines. And if we only do 2, what does it give us? Still 1.4. So we do the 3, and we have 1 that can fail to ignite, and we would still be good. And we can make them a tiny bit bigger, like 5. Yes. That looks good. Okay, first stage looks nice. Second stage can have quite a lot more. we can actually go for 6 meters here as well. Let's see. And we have it like this. I mean, doable, totally doable. And we have 11,000 delta V. Okay. And we can do a test run. But not without launch clamps, obviously. I just really like the... Where are they? The Apollo style launch clamps. Large ones. Let's give it a try. So, Benphil, welcome. Essentially, we can now look at the Soul mod again with our first simulation here. $400 kilometers is fine again. This looks a bit strange here at the top, I have to admit. We have to fix that. And the palm trees look amazing as always. And what does MacJab tell us now? Oh, wait. Pretty sure we need to configure some stuff here. The last stage for this one now is, I would say, 1. And the early cutoff stage is also 1. And then we only have 200 delta V left. Looks a bit strange. Stage at, yeah, why? That's a bit strange. But let's give it a try anyway. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. That looks better. But it says we cannot make it to orbit. Was the calculation in the VAB so wrong? I'm asking if you remember me, because I once attended your live stream. Benphil, oh, when was that? To be honest, no. I don't remember you in particular. Which stream was it? Okay, so let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Also, this does not look like 1.9 TWR. There is something wrong. I clicked on the stream because the thumbnail made you look like a depressed type. Thanks. I've never heard that before. What is this patch here? That's strange. Is it water? A couple of weeks back, so Mercury or Gemini? Oh my god, that looks strange. What are you doing? Okay, that's... Alright, alright. That's not how it is supposed to look. Let's see why the numbers are so off. What's wrong here? I mean, these numbers, they look fine. What does it say here? Ah, they tell us a different story. Why are the numbers different? Normally the MacJeb numbers are more accurate. I am a Ugandan boy who is much into rocket science. Then this is the right game and the right stream for you, I guess. Let's find out why this does not do what it is supposed to do. Oh, thank you. I don't get it. We have configured Earth. We have we have it all configured. Why does it lie to us about the delta V numbers? That is really strange. Why are they so different? Okay, let's try to find out what's going on here. First of all, this looks really strange. This is, I guess, the wrong fairing type. We have a 6-meter diameter and a... 6-meter diameter. Ah, come on. Full HD is really not the best. Does it look better now? It indeed does. Okay. My problem is that I want to start up a YouTube channel, but I can't do it on a phone. That's difficult because it has some mechanical problems. And I have unlimited resources to start with. So I am suffering right now. What do you mean you have unlimited resources to start with? I don't get that one. Those numbers were totally different before. Why did they not change? Why did they change? That's an interesting question. If I do it like this, I have a little bit more rust. Only a little bit more. But still the numbers here, they don't add up. Why? Why? I don't know. Also, I don't know why the ascent profile was so strange. Let's have a look at that again. Like, I have no money, I'm always broke and poor. But then you have limited resources, right? And not unlimited resources. And yeah, if you join the Discord, there is a guy, Eva. He is playing Juno New Origins on his phone, and he is uploading his creations and building them to YouTube. So it is doable with just a phone. Absolutely doable. Okay. Apparently MacJab is absolutely confused. Let's try and fix that. Maybe it's less confused now? Apparently not. How can we make it less confused? Aha, there we go. Now it says we have 800 delta V remaining. Is that true? We don't know until we test it. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, ignition. This palm tree is roasted. Sorry, I meant to say limited resources. I made a mistake, but I'm always broken for. Yeah, but if you have a phone, you can upload stuff to YouTube. Like I said, there is a guy on our Discord that does it. Go ahead and ask him for tips. What's the current status? Burning. What's why? What's going on? Okay, let's pay attention to the status of MacJab. Because this behavior is super strange. It says all good. We can have a look at our ascent trajectory. Be fine as well. So, guidance status, burning. Interesting. Why does it say that? Autopilot status, awaiting liftoff. Oh. Still working? Okay. Awaiting liftoff. I know, guys, I'm just stupid. My phone doesn't work well with YouTube. Oh, why not? What's the issue? Guys, of course, we forgot to put proper avionics. Of course. So we have 2,000 tons. Okay. Maybe a bit much. But I want to try that. Let's just see where we can get this thing. What's the upper stage in total? 500. Okay. Now, let's try again. Maybe that was the issue before. I'm not so glad with the look of the rocket yet. We will have to tweak that a bit. But now, first, I want to get the numbers correct. Okay. So, another launch in 3, 2, 1, ignition. Again forgot to update the staging. Should still be fine. See, now we do a proper roll program. Coming through the nice clouds. This is True Volumetric Clouds version 5. I don't know why it's not working. I have no money. I'm kindly requesting if you could help me. Help you with what? I can help you with all kind of tips and tricks and hints. Okay, that was the sonic boom. Look at that. That looks really nice. Okay, where are we in our burn? 70 seconds to go. I guess we can time warp a bit. Alright. That should be dropped now. And the next stage ignited. Okay, we can do a longer hot staging period, way longer. And the fairing was misplaced. Okay, so we would have still 800 delta V left. That sounds absolutely fine to me. Alright. Then we would be in space with 30 tons of payload. And we would still have 600 delta V's left. Apparently it works. So let's go back to here and first fix our staging. It's a Mac jab issue that these are deployed early. It's fine. Maybe the F1 is not the best engine to pick for an upper stage. Largest, most powerful. Ensure you enable roll capability or disable gimbal as required for your application. Then there is this one. The largest and most powerful hydraulic engine ever. Bullets have been tested. Was generally designed as an upper stage engine. Fast first stage design. with expanding nozzles were also worked on. So maybe we could use that over the F1. Let's see. Should be more optimized then, I guess. Oh my god, look at that. What? Do I read that correct? 8 minutes of burn time? You're kidding me, right? How many ignitions? Doesn't say here. Let's check here. 2 ignitions. Crazy. This is one crazy thing. Insane. Look at that. I mean, holy. Does it really work like that? Doesn't need launch clamps, nothing? That's crazy. I mean, just 1 minute of burn. How? This thing is insane. The staging is totally off now. That's better. Ah, okay. Now the numbers make a bit more sense. I mean, they are still different. I don't get why. Confuses me still. What do the numbers say? They say the same thing. 2000 delta V surplus. How can that be correct? No coasting stage. Here, stop auto staging at stage 1. Thanks. That was the setting that I was looking for. Okay, let's see how that behaves now. 3, 2, 1, ignition. This one palm tree down there is so cooked. That wouldn't survive it. Let's go through the clouds. Okay, that's time warp. Good, so now there should be a hot staging event coming in. We can put some more time on that. But that gives us 6,000 delta V. This is insane. can get us to any orbit. Okay, and we could even ignite again, couldn't we? Oh, we're out of something. What happened? And apparently we also started a rotation of some kind. Interesting. Why did it... What happened? I am writing books about rocket science. I don't know how some rockets work. Oh. Can you, like, provide a link to one of your books or something? Would be interesting. What happened to my Delta? And now we go. It says we have 1,700 left when we reach our target orbit. 1,700. 1,600. I mean, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. $500. 1,500, it still says. And it keeps burning. Why? Keeps burning through. Oh, I think I know why. We were to launch. I am writing books about rocket science, of which I know everything. I have written in my books, but I haven't yet published them. My friends at school always consult me about rocket science. What mod do you use for bloom and reflection? Maziaki, welcome. Oh my god, some things. They are clipping into the ground. What about clouds? Yeah, let me explain that in a second. Let me get back to the VAB. So, bloom and reflections. That could be TUFX with BlackRec's profile, maybe. And the clouds are true volumetrics clouds from BlackRec version 5. And why did my rocket now stick into the ground? Let's move it a bit up and try to fix. No, that looks good so far. So it was a MacJab configuration issue. I haven't yet published them, but I am just writing them in small notebooks and I want to present this work on YouTube. But my phone can't work well right now and my whole family is out of the country. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Damn it. Actually not so sure how I can help you there. Yeah, that is maybe not correct anymore. So apparently the last stage is 1. And the early shut-off stage is also 1. Target unreachable. Uh-huh. Are you sure about that? Interesting. Why does it say that? Target unreachable. Fixed bootstrap. What do you mean? We also need to do hot staging with like 3 seconds. Stop auto staging. That would be correct. Why does it think that we cannot reach this orbit? What is the issue? Would we be able to reach this? Apparently. But it will only do stage 3, this one. What's the problem with this one? We have an avionics problem again? Did I mess up avionics again? What's going on? Let's see. So we would have like keep reporting different numbers. Why? Why are you doing that? Yeah, 500 should be enough. Definitely enough. That should not be the issue. Huh? I am confused. What's the issue right here, right now? I'm kindly requesting if you could sponsor me, please, because I'm living in a bad crisis right now. I know it's weird to ask you, but it's the only way I can survive. Please, I'm requesting for help. Yeah, I can, as I said. I gladly help and answer your questions and everything, but sponsoring? No, that is out of question. I'm sorry. So, target unreachable. Somehow it only sees stage 3 with 5000 delta V. Why does it not see the other stage? Let's reset that. And it still complains. Okay. So let's go back to the drawing board. Let's disable all of it. Only sees stage 3. Why? This is the first stage. That's all good. But why does it then not want to ignite this stage here? What's the problem? Early shut-off stage. Stage 1. And the last stage is also stage 1. Huh. If I do it like that, that's stage 0. But why? It doesn't make sense. Now it's correct again. Okay. Could I give you my email or phone number? This is my only chance. No, why? What for? You can feel free to join our Discord. That you can. Discord. So that would be the community Discord. You can get much help and advice there, but don't expect any monetary or whatever sponsorship there. That is not going to happen. Why do I have to set this? To stage 0. I don't get it. Doesn't make much sense to me. And also, why? Does it say that my... I don't know. That's really strange. Okay, but with this settings like this, we will reach our target orbit. And we can set the hot staging to 3 seconds. And now we can try again. In 3, 2, 1, and ignition. Looking good. Hot staging, how that works. Oh, quite nice. Ah, so we would have to set this auto staging thingy to 1. Does this work better now? It keeps burning. Why? No, now it stopped. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's okay. And now it says we have this delta V left. Okay. We could ignite it one more time, I guess. Absolutely. And we could not ignite it anymore. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So we were not total fools and doing it wrong. We just misconfigured MacJab. All good. So this upper stage is insanely powerful. We can even get more than 30 tons. Okay. I like it. I really like it. I don't like the visuals so much right now, but that's okay-ish for me right now. So we would essentially build our... Go for short stats again. Oh, with the mass we have this. Okay, good. Let's stick with that. We would put our payload here, whatever payload we have, right? And that could be 30 tons or more. So then we would just go build a new vehicle, mark it as... Where is it? Sub-assemblies. And then we would add it here and launch it, right? We have how many? What is our diameter now? 6 meters, which is also pretty nice. Could even be more. It's just a payload fairing, right? I really like it. That's good. That's really good. So now let's try and find out how we can complete 6 months of multi-week habitation experiments. How would that be possible? Sounds crazy. So we have these big service modules. We have these crew cabins. Hold 4 people with 23 days of supplies. Slightly cramped early station module. Hold 2 people with 23 days of supplies. Let's see. We would have avionics right here. 3 meters, I guess it was. Then once we have the avionics, we can put a crew cabin for 2 people there. Yes. Then they can stay there for 23 days, but we need 6 months, right? So imagine we put one of these here. How would we fill them up? Scale we don't need. I mean, right. We have that. The big one. Okay. Then, of course, we need a bit of fuel to make the rendezvous burn. We need a bit of RCS and stuff. Okay, this is... We have the habitation module. Most likely we need one of the... Oh, why is it bigger? Interesting. Why is it bigger than the rest? I don't think we need it, to be honest. What I think we need is... We don't absolutely need the station science module, I guess, to do the science that we need. If I remember correctly, we can do it here. Configure experiments. No, not correct. Can we do it here? Oh, maybe we need it. Configure crew science, yes. Multi-week, blah blah blah. 6 months, half a year. Okay, then it's fully completed. We need minimum of 2 crews and 1 needs to be a scientist. Okay. Consume 750 liters of research payload every 30 days. That means 750 times 6, 4.5 tons of research payload. Okay. How much can we put in there? Research payload. 5 tons. Yes. So we have that. But we also need to make sure that they can be there for that amount of time, right? We need to be able to figure that out in this panel, I guess. So let's put a pilot there and a scientist. Okay. So food lasts for 24 days. That means we would put I see water here. But do I see food? Yes, I see food. 109 days. 195 days. Is that enough? Yes, that's enough. Okay. Electric charge, we have to find out how we deal with that. I mean, maybe here. "29 days only." Okay, so we need to be... Yay! Jack Lantern, welcome! Finally able to catch a stream. Haha, nice, welcome. How was your day so far? Okay, with the electricity we have to deal later. Food, dealt with. Water, not yet. So we need to put water here. I saw water down here. Okay, that would be a bit much. Something like that. Okay, so we would have water. Oxygen, not enough. Oxygen. Oxygen. Liquid oxygen or oxygen? Is there a difference? Oxygen, there it is. "109 days. 193. Sounds good. What are the units here? I don't fully understand it yet. What else do we need? What's that? Lithium hydroxide. Your day was good? That's good to hear. So apparently we need lithium hydroxide. Okay, 1 year. That's a bit much. Yes, that's better. What else do we need? Food. Okay, we have everything for 190 something days. That's good. Duration. Why does it say for stress only 48 days? Do they get crazy after some time, or what's gonna happen? Okay, we would have dealt with that. Now, where does it say how much we have left? Volume available, 430 liters. Okay. Of course, we need waste and wastewater and all that kind of stuff, right? Where is that listed? And how do I get this number here for 48 days higher? I am not sure. We would definitely need to find out. Wastewater, waste, carbon dioxide. I can somehow store shielding. Carbon dioxide. Do I need to store that? My Discord has failed, but please help me. I have nothing. I think they do go crazy after a while in this mod pack. You mean the tanks and the fluids and whatnot? Or what? What do you mean? I think we will just try it out with this configuration here. I mean, even in here we have some stuff. So let's try and fix this fuel electricity problem. Okay. Let's read some numbers. Half-life 40 years. Electric charge 25 watts. 2.5 watts, 3.8 watts. And only some days of half-life time. But also it's pretty light. And what does it consume? What does it consume? What does it consume? Shouldn't it say somewhere here? Interesting. So I think I would put these somewhere in the service bay, of course. So now we just raised that number to 60. And now we would be perpetual. I see. But this needs some fuel. What does it consume? The RTG. Do they provide their own? Not so sure. Let's put them aside real quick and put a cargo bay some kind down there. Do I not have? Yeah, there is a service bay. Must be shielded for re-entry. Bay itself. Okay. 2 meters, 4 meters, 3 meters. Open. Okay, that looks nice. That's gonna be our... Ooh. Why do you do that? That looks really strange. Move. I want to move the upper one. No, the upper one. Yes, you please. Thanks. Like that. Perpetual. Perpetual sounds nice. 19 tons. Okay, so we have this nice thingy. You can write please, please, as much as you want. It's not gonna happen. As I said, I can assist with all kind of tips, tricks, and hints, but nothing more. So we would have that. We can lower this amount here. Yep, that's good. No hibernation, but we need, and I learned that the hard way, some hard disk storage, whatever, under science here somehow. But how do we get that? Is it here somewhere? No, it's just electric charge. Does the deep space one provide that? No, it only has sample capacity. We need hard disk storage. We definitely need it. So what? You selfish guy. Yeah, I'm not so selfish. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I mean, you won't get any monetary sponsorship on this channel or stream. If you are just here for that, feel free to just close the stream, right? We really need to find out where we can get hard disk space from. Let me show you what I mean. In command pods, for example, you have a line that says hard drive, 1 megabyte. And that's the thing that we need. But I don't want to put a command pod here. I also already have crew cabins and whatnot. Why do I have to have a command pod just to get a hard drive? That is the thing that I really don't get. Oh wait, here is the... Interesting. Huh. Maybe we don't need the science module after all. We have it in the crew cabin. So this one is not necessary. We just saved some tons. Haha. Okay, so apparently the avionics. Where is the science part here? Hard drive, file capacity none. Why? And how do I get one? This is really annoying to me. Mercury, all the kind of cockpits. I know, they provide that. But that's not what I want. With this one, hard disk, none. How do I get a hard drive into this thing? This is insane. I don't know. I really don't know. This is just antennas, which we don't need because we have it in the avionics. This is really just science experiments. Does any of these provide a hard disk? Apparently not. This really is only... How do I get a hard disk? There has to be something that provides a hard disk. No? Where do I get a hard disk from? Insane. The habitation module. Do you have a hard disk? Hard disk. It does? It does indeed. Okay. But the crew cabins, they don't, or what? Generator. Report. Robbers. Doesn't say. Modular fuel tank. It does not. A service module. Does a service module have a hard disk? Apparently not. So we have to have a crew cabin, which is bigger than all the rest. Just for the hard disk. How does that make sense? But it really looks like that to me. It's the only things that provide hard disk are capsules, command pods, and the habitat. I would so love to stick to the diameter that I have, but apparently it's not possible. Because this is a 4-meter thingy. I don't know. But then we have the hard disk, right? Really strange. Maybe then we can ditch PDD4 crew cabin. Food. Perpetual. How does that make sense? Oh, now stress. See, stress just went up. Maybe because now we have more room? Maybe? Oh, now it's down again. Pressurization. Atmosphere leaks. What? How does that make sense? And why do we not have electric charge anymore? Oh, because we don't have enough. Now we have enough. Food. Not enough. Oh, come on. Pressurization, atmosphere leaks. How? Why? What's happening now? Darren, do you have the tweak scale mod? Yes, there is the tweak scale mod. I could definitely do. Match node size 2.5 meters. Interesting. Scale children. Match node size. Oh, there's tweak scale here. Yeah. Didn't do anything. Apparently this is scaled to 2.5 meters and this as well. So I would make this something like this. No. Something like that. I mean, yeah, it can make sense, but okay, it now scaled our food and everything as well. Okay, not what we wanted, but let's update our values then. Thank you, food. What was that? 2000 or something. Yeah, 2500, let's say. So we're good here. Water, way too much. Good. Oxygen, way too much. What did we have here? 5000. Oxygen. Two days. 86 days. 2 years. 18 days. 100. Okay, let's go with that. Yes, 200 days. And then there is this lithium hydro. That was like 300? Let's do 400. Should be good. Okay. But still, this is an issue here. Why? What's happening here? Atmosphere leaks. Something needs maybe an MLI lay? Huh. Why does it say that? At least it looks a little cleaner, that's true. But why? Where does the leak now come from? It doesn't say, right? Atmosphere, yes. Atmosphere leaks. Pressurization, none. What is happening? What is the issue? Highly pressurized, true. Yes. MLI layer 1 doesn't help. Somehow I have just removed all the tanks. How can I please enable them again? Just the default stuff? Can I not? That's bad. Let's go and re-add one. Why is it not filled up with stuff? That's also questionable why that happens. Okay. Why are we losing atmosphere? Where are we losing atmosphere? What is happening? Habitat enabled. Can't disable while crew is inside. Yeah, makes sense. Huh. Maybe this part? No. Maybe this part? No. Apparently the habitat is the issue. But why? What can we configure differently here? What's happening? Earlier it said all good here. That was when we used the cabin. Crew cabin thingy. Pressurized? Yes. Comfort. Let's read a bit through it. This part can be traversed in IVA. Bonus exercise. Pressurized? Yes. Oh, seems all good. Why does it say pressurization none? I don't get it. What are we missing? Yielding? I don't know yet, but we will soon. Let's continue and ignore this for now. Okay. Also the stress thingy. Firm ground, no. Paranoia. No. Panorama. No. Plants, no. Exercise, yes. Not alone, yes. Call home, yes. Okay, they will go crazy. Pressurized, no. Okay. Let's see what happens if we put a crew cabin again. See? That makes it a lot better. Interesting. See? E2 pressure control. Not sure why, but okay. Let's scale that to the same size. And we added that because we needed the hard disk. Well, alright, it is what it is. We are at 22 tons already. Now we need some... We need 2 tanks. One here with 4 meters and another one below. Let's see. Let's add modular. Where are you? Modular RCS. Where do we add it? Here in the center. That's center, right? Just for testing. And we use the 5-way. And we use the restore variant. Maybe make them double. Okay, we have that. So they need tank type, high pressure, filled with nitrogen. That would give us RCS. That's 13 minutes. Yes, let's do that. And then for our rendezvous burn, we need an engine. What is a good engine for that? Open cycle Carolog's booster engine developed. It was back first stage. No. We need a nice vacuum engine. Saturn V. No. All too big. No. We only need to control, is radiation poisoning a thing in RSS? There is radiation listed somewhere here. Radiation. I have absolutely no clue what the numbers mean. We have no shielding. Do we need shielding? I don't know. But there is radiation. I just haven't played around with it yet. Okay. Nice. Engine. Could be upper stage, blah blah blah. Vacuum, blah blah blah. It's quite small, but if we put it, what would it give us? Let's just find out. Kind of running in the dark here right now, so let's try and find TWR 0.14. That is not much. That is not much. And 1000 delta V is... That would be okay, right? But I guess we need a little bit more power than 50 kilonewtons. So let's look a bit further up. The line. Optimally? Not necessarily. It can have ullage. Ullage is fine. Oh. Ignitions. 50. Okay. An Apollo engine. Interesting. That would give us 0.27. Which would be okay-ish. Can be reignited. That all sounds very promising. 1000 delta V's. Almost 2000. And it can be reignited. Was it subject to ullage? Yes, but we have RCS. That would be not a problem. Let's name. How do we name this? It's the AJ10. Yeah, but there is another variant as well, right? Isn't there like the normal 10 around somewhere here? Let's sort by name. AJ. There is. For use on the Apollo vehicle, service propulsion system, and the AJ10 series mid. This one. But it's not as powerful as this one, right? Oh, also there is not... Maybe I'm referring to another one. Unlimited ignition, subject to ullage. And this one. One ignition, one ignition, one ignition. Yeah, seems just to be some special variant of the AJ10. But it seems to be good for our use, at least. Burn time 30 minutes. Yeah, would be possible. What did I want to check right now? Before we check the engine things. I want to give it a name. What is going to be the name of this first module thing here? Help me out. Name suggestions in the chat now, please. Okay. Then I have to come up with something on my own. 2000 is good for a craft with this much dead mass. Yes. We won't need 2000, I hope. So we should be all good. What do we name it? What do we name it? I'm always bad with naming things. space stick. Let's name it Stick Station Mark 1. Why not? So, here's how this works. You go to sub-assemblies, select the whole thing, put it here, name it Stick Station Mark 1, and save it. Now we can go to our launch vehicle again. Open up the fairing, remove our dummy payload, and put our stick station on it instead. Somehow. If we can make it work. Like this. And we can close the fairing again. That looks good. It's the shape of a stick, totally true. Look at that. Bit confused about the delta V reading here. Confusing me a bit. But let's give the simulation a go. Oh, wait. This is fine, and here it starts to not be fine. Let's add a new stage there. So yes, you will be in the stage, and you will be in the stage. Good. And then you can be all in one stage. Yep. Simulate. Okay. MacJab, don't do strange things. No. Says all good. Let's give it a try. 3. Well, what does the cloud layer say? Some nice clouds here. Do we have Kerbals? We do not have Kerbals. That's bad. We want to try if we can stay for 6 months with all the resources that we put now. So where are our Kerbals? We want... Hello? What's going on? Why does it say that we don't have any place for our Kerbals? Habitat? Enabled? Science? Everything is there. Parts with crew capacity. Hello? What's going on? Why can I not click it? I cannot click anything here. What's going on? What is happening right now? Alright, see ya, Jack, Lantern. It was super nice that you finally joined one of the streams. See you on the Discord. Bye bye. Now I can finally click things again? Okay. And now all the stuff is there. What's going on? Okay, Eva and Norbert. Please join. Thanks. Not sure what happened there. Sometimes it's just doing strange things. Do we now have 2 Kerbals on board? We, in fact, do. MacJab is fine. Okay, then we can launch. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. Thrust weight ratio of 4 is quite high, but apparently still fine for them to not get dizzy. Still be all good. And we can bring this thing to an orbit quite okay-ish. We should reach our orbit soon. Hopefully. Let's say. Apparently not. Okay. That didn't work. We're definitely not in an orbit. What? We're totally off. Now I'm sad. Why? It worked before. Does the time warp mess things up somehow? Let's check the settings again. Maybe there's something wrong now. Stop auto staging at 1. Yes. 0, 0. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's try that again. Why can't you not ignite? Because it's not enabled or something? hopefully. Let's see. Okay, it still says we have 1,000 delta V left and we can reach our orbit. So let's see if we really can. And what the issue was. Let's not time warp this time. And why is this engine still red? Maybe because it's disabled? But what? I don't see why. Propellant unstable, it says. Okay. Why? Why would you say that? Oh, see, now we're down to 400. Why? Converged optimizer failed. Okay. Whatever that is supposed to mean. Strange. Really strange. Why does it have issues now? With getting us up to an orbit. MacJap, what are you doing? You're drunk. Let's reset that. Now we have this issue again. Why do we have this issue now again? Interesting, interesting. Why does it not work anymore? Some miscalculation of some kind. Okay, hot staging. And right now, all the readings are good. Stable guidance. Converged. Optimizer failed. What is it trying to tell us? Why did it work with our sample payload? Solar Solid, yo, well, good evening. How was your day? So it worked with our sample payload, but it does not work with the same payload that weighs also 30 tons. What is the problem? Does it weigh more or something like that? It shouldn't. Looks like a staging issue. Rocket thinks it's just one stage. What do you think? Not sure. Maybe it's controlling it from here somehow and then loses. Maybe. Let's simulate again and... But no, then it should fail earlier. It should also already fail at launch, maybe. What does this MacJab arrow mean that I already forgot what the name was. So it should control it from here. Let me select the avionics. Come on. Yes. Oh no, there it was. No, it's a tank. Where is it? Yes, there it was. Oh, okay. Command. Control from here. Autopilot says we can reach orbit just fine with the 2 stages. But why does it say 0? Wait. Shouldn't it be 1? Instead of 0. Did I mess up the staging here somehow? Let's check the staging real quick. So we have this top fairing. Fine. We have the RCS here. We have the engine here. We have the separator here. All good. We have this fairing and this separator and the engine below. No, it's all fine. Why does it say stage 0? Because 0 apparently is the last thing. Yeah, but last stage 1 will fail here already. I would also say that early shut-off stage and this stage should all be 1, but then it says target unreachable. We cannot make it for some reason. Why? This I don't get. What happens if I launch anyway? I can't. You can't. Last stage to be 1. Let's see. Target unreachable. So our last stage should indeed be stage 1. But when I set it here, it just says, sorry, can't do. Because it only sees stage 3. Which would be this one. I set it to 2. Does it make a difference? No. It just doesn't see that last stage. Why? Very hard to give advice from here, so I will take my leave. Do ensure that you turn on proper hot staging and ascent settings if you are hot staging. Yeah, that's working already. That's working already. Thank you. Anyway, just the here. Hot staging support. We can even set it to more than that. 3 seconds is even possible with that engine. That is fine. Maybe if we set this differently? No. Doesn't make a difference. It only sees the last stage if we say last stage is stage 0. But this engine is the correct one. Yes. And also then it says, all good, we can reach orbit, I will do it just fine. But when actually flying, it gets confused somehow. And my main issue with that is that earlier we had a just dummy payload in here, 30 tons. Reached orbit just fine. Now we have an actual payload with also 30 tons. No can do. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? So right now all the numbers still make sense. All is looking well. Target radius, target velocity, all makes total sense. Why does it stop making sense at some point? And what is the point where it stops? Here, converged optimizer failed. What does it mean? Converged optimizer failed. Let's ask Gemini. What does converged optimizer? When you see this message, it means the autopilot's MAF engine tried to calculate steering path to reach your target orbit but could not find a valid solution. In simpler terms, the computer looked at your rocket's performance, your target. Okay. That doesn't help much. Insufficient delta V. No. Low TWR. No. Even a lot of TWR. Impossible target. No. Staging errors, maybe. Check your staging, haha, yes. Anyway, since we are here, we can simulate that we can actually do stuff here. 55 tons? Where do 55 tons come from? Maybe that's the issue. But how? Why? Let's check some things. Where is this AJ? engine that we're using here. Unthrottleable, okay. Oh, wait. That's not the one. We are using the F1 engine. This one is also unthrottleable, okay. And the M1 engine is unthrottleable. All unthrottleable. But somehow, I am not sure why. Let's put this to a separate stage. I'm not sure why, but somehow this thing does not weigh what it says it weighs anymore. Why? And where can I see how much it weighs? $21 tons? No. Maybe not. Not so sure anymore. How did we name it? Stick something. Stick station. Oh. 54 tons it is. Haha. I read the wrong value. I see. Let's correct that. So this is our dummy payload, right? Let's get rid of that and put you in the place. Okay. Means you go here and you go here. Okay. That would still mean that we have enough, but apparently not. So let's add some delta V. And try that again. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. What does it tell us about our delta V now? Okay, it tells us that we are it's not so. Set it to what? Oh, yes. Okay, that seems to be working now. Interesting. Let's try it. And now it's gonna be interesting. Will it work this time? It's looking better, at least, I would say. We're not overshooting our apoapsis as much, at least. Oh, converged optimizer failed. Again. Why does that happen? What's going on? Why does it happen? It was a bit better, but not super good. Is it something with the subassembly thing? Where can I see the mass of this thing? This is all somehow not correct. How can my end mass be 25 tons if this whole thing weighs 50 tons? That already is something really strange. And also this whole thing here should somehow show up with some delta V in this whole thing. Why does it not show up? It's all very, very strange. This is all very, very strange. It should show some delta V somewhere here. Also a TWR of 21. What? Also doesn't make much sense, right? Maybe the engine isn't suited for what I wanted to do? I mean, this one down here. Maybe we should put another one there. Let's see if we can find one. Right now we have this one. The E1. For the first stage engine on the Titan 1. They are all not powerful enough to... I mean... Maybe some are? Quite a tiny, tiny engine, no. Doesn't make much sense to put it there. Not enough delta V, my dear. No, I would say we need this one. It makes sense. Let's try something different. Let's go and put dummy payload again. This one is 6 tons. So 6, 12, 18, 36. $42, 48, 50 something. Let's try with that. See if it makes a difference. If it does make a difference, then it is something with our subassembly. Messing up stuff. Target unreachable. That's with the settings, I guess. Yes, now we're back. Staging. And then at some point it just switches over to that error message and just, I don't know, stops doing stuff. Here. Converged optimizer failed. I didn't have that before. Why? But we can reach orbit at least. Come on. What is the issue with you? What could be the issue? I don't know. We should have more than enough. Why are you doing strange things? I don't know if it's an issue with my rocket or if it's an issue with MacJap and the configuration. Let's try something else. This all looks good. This all looks okay as well. The readings. They sum up to over 9,000. Should work. I don't get why it doesn't work. Converged optimizer failed. What is this error message? Do I not have enough delta V? Are the readings totally bogus? What's the problem? What's the problem here? Why are the readings totally wrong? Even here it says my readings are... Maybe here it says they're a bit close. But why does it not say so here? Earth. Doesn't say 8,000, it says 10,000. Why? Normally they are more accurate. What I could do maybe is make it wider. Go for 8, maybe. Hello? Pairing? No. Yes. So now we're at 8. And we go here for 8 as well. Right. And then here we go for eight on the base. 8. Now we have 8. Now we need to make it shorter a bit. We need to go down to 245, right? Like this. Maybe do them a bit less wide. Yes, that's better. Can make you higher again. Less again. Also less. Okay. That's better. Just for testing. Okay. So now we can make this higher. The more we do, less delta V we get. Why is that the case? Interesting. Okay, now we need a bit more stuff to control. Like this. And also like... This is fine, I guess, with our 500 tons. Procedural tank? No. Where is the avionics? Wait, where is the avionics? For this stage? Stupid? There it is. Good. There. 500. All good. Okay. Staging stays the same. Let's give it a try. That's really super strange. I don't understand it. Let's see. Strange ascent. Some heat we see building. That is interesting. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Press T on your keyboard. T? What does T do? Ah, that toggles SAS, right? Never used that in a long time. When you're using MacJab, then you don't need to use SAS or enable SAS. But it is looking better now, at least. Just a second. The dog wants to go down from the couch. Okay. We didn't overshoot and converged optimizer failed. How? What is it doing? What is this error message? I really just don't get it. Okay, it changed something. And now we're back on track? What? This is the strangest ascent I've ever seen MacJab do. Why is MacJab so confused by this rocket? What's going on? And why did it work perfectly with the 30-ton payload? Let's try it again with just 30 tons. I want to understand what's happening. I really do. I just don't get what is happening. So you have 8, 16, 32, 32. Let's see. And apparently my dog needs to get outside, so this is going to be the last test for today. Let's see, 30-ton payload is something different now. Okay, now it gets interesting. What is it going to do? When will the error appear again? Will it or will it not? And there it is. Converged optimizer failed. What does it mean? Why does it happen? Why did it work before? And now it stopped working. So many questions. Hello, we've reached the orbit. You could stop now. What is your problem? Converged optimizer failed. 30-ton payload, there we go. I don't know what the problem is. I will have to do some more testing, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe another time. For today, it's enough. 3 hours. That's all good. So, yeah, I don't really know. I will just do some debugging and testing. So, thanks for everybody who is still on the stream. I hope you have a good night or rest of your day, depending on where you are, right? So, see you next time. Bye-bye.